everybody, welcome back to the channel and more Blood and Plunder coverage here as we work our way to the actual end of the Spanish commanders now. We saved one of the best for last here, and then we'll be moving on to other nations. But Manuel Rivero de Pardal, fantastic character, 32 points. Again, he may have gotten a slight discount or increase in the latest FAQ. Don't have it handy right now, but somebody can double check in the comments. So he can lead Spanish Caribbean militia, Guarda Costas, or Los Corsarios de Pardal force. So he's got his own custom force that he rolls with too. Awesome model as well. So he has a huge command range. I think one of the best in the game there, right? A 20-inch command range. So think about that as far as the bubble that affects, right? That's a 40-inch bubble on a typical board, right? That's a lot of real estate. Also rolling with that 3 command points, has the brace of pistols and the standard melee weapons. So he's got all kinds of goodies there, and also another stack of abilities like some of the recent characters we've looked at. So very inspiring, broadside, high standing, ruthless, sailors, and well equipped. So let's jump in and see what the combination of abilities gets us for our points investment. So a lot of times we'll see characters with inspiring. Very inspiring is just a better version, basically. But we love to have anything with inspiring. So whether it's this or Very, but Very is great. So all friendly units within the command range, again, huge command range. We can certainly leisurely spread out across the board if we need to, but they can reroll any failed rally tests. So when we're spending those command points to hopefully keep our force in the fight longer if we need to, we really hopefully should be passing most of those tests with a free reroll. So good stuff there. We don't have to waste other resources on getting rerolls. Always love that. So broadside, of course, is going to be geared towards fighting on the water most of the time with all the artillery here, but basically we can put all of our cannons into one shot. Essentially, it's the same range attack, and then that will increase our chance of scoring criticals, and criticals are a great way for us to really start damaging the enemy ships. Now, we certainly just want to cause damage, period, start degrading them, and hopefully get them to then eventually sink. But the criticals just do so many wonderful things, maybe even prevent them from really fighting back or causing even more damage, right? We can set them on fire, flood them, screw up their steering, their sails, all kinds of fun stuff, right? Or just combinations of that and making it so that we can just kind of keep blasting away at the enemy. We don't necessarily even have to board and risk ourselves. And in some cases, maybe even reduce their ability to return fire as well. So broadside's always great. So kind of, again, the default thing we look for if we have a commander that would be on the water. Now, high standing, we haven't seen that one too much. But due to physical limitations in experience or arrogance, this commander does not move quickly or participate in acts of subterfuge. When a commander with high standing is attached to a unit with elusive, quick scout or skirmisher, which a lot of the Spanish units do have, that unit loses those special rules as long as he's attached. So can be a downside in certain situations, right? If we are losing some of those abilities from the units that we field, but again, considering everything else that he's bringing for us, it's not necessarily the end of the world. And in a lot of cases, we might not want him in some of those more scouty type units, the ones that will be a little bit more exposed to harm, right? We do want to keep him alive as long as possible. He's also got Ruthless, which a lot of units do have themselves, but it's a nice one to have. So if we set up the turn right and can activate where we're shooting or fighting units that have more fatigue than us, then we get a bonus to that action. So always good, right? More chances to cause hits and casualties and damage to the enemy. So, and hopefully we can decisively damage or eliminate or delete any unit that we're dealing with, and keep doing that throughout the game. So if we can keep that bonus active as much as possible, then we should be in good shape. So we don't necessarily always want to go first with him, or at least if we're going towards the top of the turn order, we just want to make sure again that we're targeting units that have more fatigue than us. So, but we can also keep ourselves fresh with inspiring, very inspiring. Sailors is another one for the water, right? But a unit with a special rule can pass advanced maneuvers and sail settings on a 5-up, so always good there. It makes it easy to get that stuff in. And then finally, well equipped. We've seen that recently, but nice one to have. So there are some Spanish units with poorly equipped, Here we're just basically getting a free negation of that. We don't have to like spend any more points to remove an ability, which we often would have to. So just a nice one to have there. So again, he's got a nice little combination of abilities here, 6 of them, right? Which, you know, some characters only have like 1 or 2. So good stuff here. Everything is pretty much relevant, right? So really he does a little bit of everything, and is with that command range again is huge. So very good character. Obviously on the pricier end, so we're not going to be running him in small games, but he certainly is the top characters out there. Maybe even one of the best in the game. Of course, everyone's going to have a different opinion, but let us know in the comments too, guys. Do you prefer running him in, I guess, which force do you prefer him in, right? And he's going to act differently in those a little bit, right? You got the Caribbean Militia, the Guard of Costas, or his own custom force. Where do you think he does better? Do you think he's equally good on land as on water? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll have more Blood and Plunder soon. Thanks for watching.